I wanted to do a Halloween haul. I live in Budapest and I recently just visited my parents in Michigan. And of course they have plenty of Halloween there. I love going back to Michigan. It's kind of like a hideaway. I grew up in this small town and not too far from Lake Michigan, like the coast of Lake Michigan. And not too far from Chicago. Yeah, it's a very cozy little spot. The reason why I love Halloween so much is because of my nostalgic memories there. It's basically like what you would imagine like Derry, Maine, like Stephen King small town style when it's autumn and all the leaves are changed and there's that really specific smell in the air that you can only get in autumn in the Midwest or on the East Coast. Like literally the air does not smell like that anywhere else in the world. Yeah, I've been living here in Budapest for about 6 years now. And every autumn I try to make it feel as much as home as possible. So even if I'm visiting in the winter holidays or in the blistering heat summer holidays, I always bring back Halloween things with me because here in Hungary, it's every single year it is getting better and more fun, but they're still behind on the train of Halloween. First and foremost, I'm going to start with saying that I am a candy corn lover. I know that we are a rare breed. Thankfully, my husband is also a candy corn lover because if he wasn't, then I think I would just be like bullied all the time for like, why do you like candy corn? And a lot of my friends do that for me, but at least I don't live with them. So this was one of the things that I brought back, and you can tell I've already had a little snack from it. Staying in, looking outside, it's like over 100 degrees and I feel like I'm trapped in my own house. And so that's where the candy corn outbreak came from, is that I was sad about the heat and I was like, I'm gonna pretend that it's cold. I love them so much. And like the smell, everything about them is just fantastic. Now, there is a store for all of you Hungarian peeps who live in the city of Budapest. Culinaris has candy corn around, sorry, around October, towards the end of September. And they even have like the Brock's pumpkin corn candy. I don't know exactly what to call it, but those are also delicious. Well, I mean, they taste the exact same. It's just in the shape of a pumpkin, which we love, of course. So that was the first thing on my list to bring back home, because although you can get them at Culinaris, they are way more expensive. For one, because not a lot of people like the candy corn in general. And it's kind of like the peanut butter phenomenon in Europe, where there are Europeans who really like peanut butter, but not many. So it's the same thing with the candy corn, where it's a little bit too weird tasting for the palate, I suppose. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, candy corn is literally chemicals and cornstarch, no, not cornstarch, corn syrup, even worse, and honey. I can understand why people don't like it. I think for me, it's totally a nostalgic thing. Yeah, I don't know about my husband. I don't know why he likes them. I think he just likes like anything. So I went to Joann's, which we all love Joann's. For those who do not know, Joann's is a crafts and fabric store. There's a lot of those. Like there's Hobby Lobby, there's Michael's. What is going on with my throat? Yeah, but Joann's is my favorite because they have the most amount of fabric and I think for the best prices. Their decor, however, runs on the expensive side, but they are very coupon friendly. Like as soon as you go to the checkout, when you get your receipt, it's just like coupon, coupon, coupon. Like it'll just print out all these coupons for you. It's really great. And they do go on sale a lot. They do get a lot of sales. So I got this fabric. All of the fabrics I got are exactly 1 yard of fabric. So I got this like spoopy, like witchy pastel goth vibe. Yeah, you can be cute and also like to summon the devil, I guess. No, I'm just joking. No devil worshipping in this household. No, it's not kosher. This I am going to be making into an apron, a kitchen apron, of course, and I'm going to be making a crochet bordering around the apron. Next is this fabric, which my mom actually picked out for me. My mom is so cute, so this is a little shout out to my mom, or to my family in general. So whenever I'm here in Hungary, I get these calls and my mom is like, oh, I was in Big Lots or in Hobby Lobby and they're ready for Halloween and they have all these things. Like she literally just called me yesterday saying that they have all the Halloween stuff out. My mom is just so adorable. I love her so much, and she always snags me all the Halloween stuff that she knows that I would love, and she keeps them in my childhood bedroom closet until I come visit again. And the same with my sister. Like just everyone in my family does the same thing. Like my dad will be on Pinterest and I'll just get all these like messages of Halloween Pinterest DIY stuff. So it's a Halloween support group, my family. Like they also really love Halloween, but not to the extent where I'm at, where it's like it's the spring and I'm thinking about how should I decorate my living room for Halloween. Like they're not like that. They're the traditional old style of once it's October, that's when they start thinking about Halloween. So my mom picked out this one, and this one's actually stretchy, like really stretchy. So I'm still contemplating on what to make with this one. I just love all the details, and it even says like here lies R.I.P. and like the raven, and I love the houses, and I just love the color palette, and it's just like just so awesome. Now the thing about these fabrics is that I do not have a sewing machine. We do have an office, but there's absolutely no room for a sewing machine, like none whatsoever. So I do hand sew. So I do hand sew, so yeah, I have to hand sew all of these, which I like to hand sew, but not big projects. So anything that I do come up with, or if you guys have any suggestions, keep it on the small side, like an apron or something of that nature. Maybe I'll make a tablecloth out of it. Oh, I'm gonna test that out after this video. The next two pieces of fabric I got will be pillowcases. This gives me like Beetlejuice vibes, like, oh, no feet, like Lydia Dietz Polaroid moment. And it's more on the minimalist side, this one. I do like to switch between, like I have no idea what type of style I like. Like I like boho, I like cottagecore, I like minimalist, I like Art Deco, I like mid-century modern, and I just take all of them and try to make them work together somehow. And so when it comes to fall decorating or Halloween decorating, I basically try to channel that same thing. So I'm basically always struggling between minimalist design and maximalist design and trying to make those two work out together. So the last, which is this one's actually my favorite. They're all my favorite, but this one is just, I love it so much because it's vintage looking, is this one. I do love a good vintage Halloween. That is the most nostalgic for me because, so my mom is Chilean and there was no Halloween for them, of course. My dad is from Irish-Scottish descent in America, and they, you know, if you don't know by now, Halloween comes from Ireland and grew its roots in the UK. But America obviously has, you know, the full out, like what we know of Halloween today. So when my dad was a kid, this was like his type of stuff, like all the vintage Halloween stuff. And so that was his nostalgia that he handed down to me. So I also love a good vintage Halloween look. All right, next is this tea towel. Don't drink and fly. As a little witch in a daiquiri glass. So I went to South Haven and we had this amazing beach day, and I wasn't even expecting there to be any type of Halloween or autumn things, and we were in this store. I forgot what it was called, but I'll look it up after this video, and I will just put it in the description box for the local people in Michigan. So, or if you ever plan on visiting Michigan, it's a great place to go. So I got these napkins. I got this from the same store in South Haven. It's like a cottagecore autumn tea holder. So like, for example, I wouldn't put it on this pink one because it's pink, it's not very autumnal, but it just goes over that and it just adds a little extra flair. And then I got another one which is more simple, just this one, very, very nice. And then I have never seen these next two things ever before, and I didn't even know what I was looking at when I ran across them in this tiny store in South Haven. Is they were displayed like this, and I thought, oh, those are cute, they're Halloween, what are they? And so I pick it up and I flip it over and it's a freaking sponge. It's a sponge, like, to clean. And this one says trick or clean, and this one's just a happy little jack-o'-lantern. So I cannot, and they're so squishy, and like the material is so amazing, and like just really good high quality sponge. And this will be another Halloween decor where it's like you have to use them actively, but like these are to be used on like cups that you drink water out of, or like a rinsed out coffee mug or something. Like, definitely not for cleaning a lasagna tray. Like, we are not putting them through that torture. They're going to last well into November. All right, I think, no, the very last thing I got from the South Haven store is probably my favorite piece of Halloween decor that I brought back from America. And that is because I do love the kitsch, like plastic, you know, kid Halloween stuff, like the really cheap stuff. But my problem with those at the end of the day is that they're not going to last as long, and they are mass produced. Maybe this thing was mass produced as well, but at least it doesn't look like it was mass produced. And it just, you know, will last a lot longer as long as you take good care of it. So I got this beautiful glass pumpkin that lights up. And it has this beautiful glow. And I actually use it like every night as my bedside night light, because I do like a nice little warm glow. I also have just like a plain, what is it, Glade air diffuser, which also has like this similar warm orange glow, and it just calms me down. We don't have any tech in our bedroom, no TV, nothing like that. So, you know, it just really helps me just relax at night, curled up with a nice spooky book and a nice little warm glow. So the last thing I got from the South Haven store is actually a cat toy. That's how it was marketed as, and I can see how this is a cat toy. Like, it's a felt little pumpkin, but I just took it anyway. No pets. It's mine for decor, and I love him. Next is my mom got me these cookie cutters about 3 years ago, and I visited the States this summer, and then before that I had visited the States about a year ago, going on 2 years now. And my mom got me these cookie cutters, and somehow we just forgot that she had gotten me these cookie cutters, and then the next Halloween came up and my sister used this bat for cookies, I'm supposing, because it looks like it has been used. I need to give it a good scrub. But yeah, this one was used and it didn't have the sticker still on it, so I'm pretty sure my sister used them because they were in her apartment. These ones have not been used and they still had their sticker on the side, so she didn't use these ones, which doesn't matter, I'm just explaining to you guys. But yeah, so these are just adorable and I'm going to make amazing cookies with these. Next, we went to Hobby Lobby, and they always have a sale at Hobby Lobby. I really like Hobby Lobby. I do not like all of their ethics, and I do find it kind of a weird store. Just letting other people know who don't know what Hobby Lobby is, that it's a unique store, to say the least. Like, it's a very unique store, a very American store. There's that. So we were walking down, these are the things I got from Hobby Lobby, these velvet pumpkins, and just, I think they're real pine cones, which, you know, I'm not a big fan of buying pine cones because I can just go to the park and get pine cones, but there was nothing I could do about it because they were in the bag that it comes with. So yeah, so these were at the very most top shelf, and the shelves in Hobby Lobby are so tall because this is like a mega store, like a humongous store. But yeah, these are really beautiful. They're a little bit more elevated. It's something that I wouldn't be able to DIY. I have made crochet pumpkins as decor that I love, but these little velvety pumpkins, like, they're stiff, they are, you know, solid, they look very realistic until you get like close and then you realize it's actually velvet. Next, I will show you the more plasticky type of vibe that most people see for Halloween decor here in Budapest. But I have yet to see a garland like this here in Budapest, and I have other Halloween garlands from past years that I also brought from America, that I have also yet to see in Hungary. So this is obviously all plastic, but it has a great vibe to it. Like, it's just so much fun, and when I look at it, it just brings me so much joy. And the very last thing, oh, and my mom got me those also from a garage sale in our neighborhood. So the last thing I'm going to show, I don't know why this is going to be the last thing, it just ended up being the last thing, is this sign that says welcome to our home. It's very autumnal. It can last through, you know, middle of September all the way through middle of November, no problem whatsoever. Like, to me, pumpkins are autumnal. Like, you can have them up as decor middle of September through middle of November, even end of November. But a jack-o'-lantern, like with a face on it, that is Halloween. Like, that goes up like October. You know what I mean? Let me know if you feel the same way. I mean, obviously there's people who have like jack-o'-lanterns in their house 365 days a year, which is amazing. But that's not my kind of style. Jack-o'-lanterns always live in my heart 365 days a year, but they're not in my house 365 days a year. So yeah, that's my kind of theory on pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and autumnal decor and Halloween decor. I do decorate for autumn in September. Like, I know that the first day of fall is the 22nd of September or 21st. It's either the 21st or 22nd of September. And yeah, I decorate maybe a week before that day actually happens, just to get into the mood and to really get that transition from summer into fall. And yeah, and then usually the very last day of September or first day of October, I just decorate for Halloween. So for the entirety of October, it's just Halloween in the apartment. That's the way that I like to do it in my house. So I hope you liked this video. Please actually like this video if you did like it. I'm also a sucker for that. There's many times where, you know, some of my favorite channels and YouTubers, they're like, oh, make sure to like this channel. I'm like, okay. And then I just don't actually like it. Maybe it's the ADHD, I don't know. But yeah, also go ahead and subscribe. I will be doing a lot more videos of this nature. I will be doing some actual out in the wild Halloween decor hunting with my husband and also with my best friend. So maybe that will be a unique perspective for the Halloween decor hunting community on YouTube, is to see it through the perspective of Eastern Europe. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do this video, and I just cannot wait for it to be September. I can't wait for it to be autumn, and I know all of you are also excited for it. So thank you very much for watching this video. See you next time.